Oh fuck, my muscles are sore. Since we have to stay at home because of this coronavirus outbreak, we have to at least do something while we stay at home, do chores, make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, play video games, read a book, and work out. Which I did. Anyway, I was thinking about making a video about Dahvie Vanity, since a bunch of videos about him have blown up in the recent days. Never mind that some people have already tried to warn others about him being a predator ages ago, and nobody listened until later. But it got me thinking of someone else who's just like him. It's about somewhere in Asia. It's somewhere along the lines of Visual K. It's about an adult who likes to play dress up and look as cute as possible for the demographic of teenage girls. This person likes to fuck kids. Marcia Cross. Now, please don't confuse the name with Marcia Cross, that desperate housewife. This is about Marcia Cross, also known as Kazuhiro Naoki, a Visual K street performer, mostly known for his performance outside Karajuku Station. His music consists of cheap MIDI power metal Versailles ripoffs. His voice often tends to go from gag-style gimmick to the screaming of a scared grandma, which is seriously grating to listen to. Not to mention, his lyrics are of low IQ and have sexual intentions. What does that remind me? Also, his hair is the main pinnacle of his character. It looks like Rainbow Bride violently ejaculated to it and flaunted with it for the whole world to see, despite looking cheap as hell. This dude refers to himself as Maria-sama, as in Goddess Maria. I'm sorry, but that's just embarrassing. By the time he came to prominence, the entire Japan sees him as some sort of a novelty that nobody asked for, as some sort of gimmick, and someone who just killed Visual K. What made him more infamous is that he was involved in a type of hardcore gay pornography. Now, there's nothing wrong with treating pornography as some sort of a job. I mean, look at Sasha Grey. She was an ex-porn star and is doing very well after leaving a porn career, so. In Japan, it's basically more different. If you do something bad, then it's basically game over. Don't at me, okay? Here's a quote from Tamamushi's live journal review on Marcia Cross. In Japan and most East Asian countries, if you're a celebrity, you're not real. You're a brand. You have an image, and you better stick to that image. 35-year-old grown women who voice nice girls in anime are threatened in the streets if they are caught on date with a man. Talented actors who star in movies are also completely unknown because they don't choose to also make an appearance on TV to make themselves known and presented to the housewives and the elderly who watch morning cooking or game shows and New Year's music specials. If you're involved in any scandal and you aren't the top draw of your respective medium and or already permitted to be a little unpredictable, your career is basically over. But for the most part, celebrities are viewed literally as idols and demigods, and people who aren't real aren't like them. They are worshipped when they're good, and they are scorned when they do something bad. Wanting fame is a strange thing by traditional Japanese society standards. You want to keep to yourself and not stick it out or make a fuss or cause a problem. That's embarrassing, not just for you like in the West, but for your whole family, people who know you, people from the same place as you. What will others think? That's the main focus here. If you want to be famous, you're going to be held to some skewed, unfair, and high standards. And if you can't deal with the scrutiny and you misstep and do something wrong, then you're gonna be ostracized for a while. And if you do something really wrong, be prepared to just go home. Well, that's exactly what happened to him. Marcia Cross was in jail for sexually assaulting a minor at his part-time job. After that, Marcia Cross was dropped from the face of the earth, and no one even bothered to talk about it ever again. Until later in 2015, Marcia joined Twitter, spawning 1.3 thousand followers, mostly posting stuff about drinks and humping on ice and performing as a guest in some show. nostalgia. Can you handle it? I mean, you could say he'll probably make a comeback, but I beg to differ. In late May 2019, a visual kei band Kaito Sentai Nusumuja were invited as a guest for Ikebukuro Cyber Cafe. They decided okay, we'll do it. Then, while they were playing, it appears that Marcia Cross is apparently staffing the drinks. He mixed alcohol into non-alcoholic drinks that people requested, especially teenage girls, then tried to coerce them into drinking alcohol and started sexually harassing them, to the point of the girls reporting this incident to the band and into Kaito Sentai calling this motherfucker out. The band then wrote an official complaint to Ikebukuro Cyber Cafe about Marcia Cross's actions and his presence of being a staff at their cafe, to which they replied so passively oh, we're sorry about this, we'll take care of it, and do nothing afterwards, which is a rape apology. And they let him do what the fuck he wants! Marcia Cross is a child predator. Kazuhiro Naoki is a child predator and should be held uncomfortable for his shady piece of shit actions. How can a place like Japan blame victims of any kinds of abuse for not defending themselves instead of going out to the very same perpetrator who just committed a crime is beyond me. Kaito Sensei is the only one to call this motherfucker out on Twitter, but nothing is done to stop this scum from hurting more people. If anyone who's seeing videos about Dahvie Vanity sees this video, please, by all means, share this video like the plague. Let him know that this guy has no rights to go around and harass people. The Japanese justice system is so fucked up and sexist that it makes abuse victims, especially rape victims, completely non-existent. I'm really sorry. Rest in peace, Junko Furuta. And if nothing is done to stop scums like him, then I don't know what to expect. I guess the only option is to take laws into our hands. That's the only option. But at least coronavirus is there, so I guess it'll be fine really soon. By all means, stay safe. And let's just wish for the best for those people who don't deserve living.